What's going on, champs and chambettes? It's FireMonkey here, back on Black Ops 3 with another YouTube video talking about the whole entire exploiting scene, because believe it or not, this time around we actually have very good news. In yesterday's video, you heard me talk about how I was scared to actually play this game anymore, because if someone was to, find my user ID or something like that, or, I just made the wrong person mad, they could just go ahead and boot me and crash me out of my match every single time they see me online, even if I was playing a solo lobby like this right here. This isn't a private lobby, this isn't a modded match or anything like that, this is just a pure solo lobby. Well, I had talked about this exploit that basically was allowing people to send remote calls out, and at the time, I didn't think there was a fix, right? I thought we really just kind of had to hope and pray that either, Treyarch made a solution or someone in the community did, because at the time, the only thing I was seeing on YouTube was YouTubers like Mr. T Lexify, we had Merc Music, and the rest of them only saying that there was an issue with the game, and that this exploit was going on, but none of them were saying that there was a solution or anything like that, which is why I wanted to share the news. Since I recently discovered that there is a solution, I want to share this solution with you guys so that if you do decide to play Black Ops 3 for the modded zombies or anything like that, you don't have to worry about running into exploiters out there. So there was a patch called the T7 patch, which is basically a community-made patch for Black Ops 3, made by a developer called Shivers Soft Dev. Now, the thing I will mention is that they also go by the codename Sirius, and to prove I'm using the software right now, as you can see, this is my screen, and we have Black Ops 3 patch by Sirius right here. Now, it also mentions the process ID that it's protecting, what my username is, because you can spoof your name. So if I change it to Ryuko, basically, based off my character up there, and then I change all this stuff around, and we go back in-game, we will see that update. I don't know if it updates in-game or in the lobby or anything like that, but, oh, yep, there it is right there. It didn't update in-game, but on the top right, you can now see my updated username. But the thing is, this is a patch that not only fixes crashing issues, right? It not only fixes the issue where people are able to go out there and force crash your game just by playing solo or custom or whatever else, but it also makes it so you can spoof your username. You're able to fix a little bit of like some stuttering issues as well, because for those who don't know, since this game has been out for so long, there is some issues in the main menus or whatever where you'll click on like your gobble gum or something like that, and it will just freeze your game for like an entire second. So this basically fixes that issue and makes it so that, the game runs smoother. You don't have to worry about exploiters ruining your solo or custom game experience, and a lot more. Now, something I will mention from their notes and everything is that this patch requires everyone that you're playing with to be using it, because it's a friends only thing, right? So let's say you're using the patch, but one of your friends aren't. Well, your friend will still be able to connect to you. However, even though they can connect to you, if they're not running the patch as well and someone tries grabbing their username, well, now you're compromised as well, and they'll be able to find your IP or something like that. So it's basically like, hey, if you don't want to get crashed out of lobbies or whatever, of course you want to use this patch, right? Because it will stop the crashing issue. But if you want to also play with friends, and you think one of your friends might get targeted by this exploit, make sure that everyone in the whole entire party is running it, right? And it's pretty simple to run, right? Because it's not like, oh, hey, you need to like grab a external DLL injector or anything like that. No, you download the exe from their GitHub page, you open up the exe while you have Black Ops 3 closed, and then right when you open up Black Ops 3, the first thing you see after like the Treyarch intro logo and stuff like that, you stay on it. You don't press enter to start up a match or anything. You don't press enter to join online services. You just don't touch your game at all until that actual external process has a orange border around it and it says a specific ID of what it's starting to protect. Once it starts saying it's protecting something, you're set to go. You can launch the game and everything else and play with friends. Now, the reason why I said that it's good for your friends to have this patch as well is because, of course, it's going to fix some of that crashing issues and stuff like that, but it's also going to fix, not preloading, but it's going to fix stuttering issues, and it makes it so nobody can get their IP leaked, right? Because the real downside you risk by playing with someone without this is getting your IP leaked. And if someone leaks your IP, then all of a sudden, they're able to DDoS your entire Wi-Fi, and then it becomes not a Black Ops 3 issue, but a worldwide issue on everything that you run on your computer. So if you want to run like what would you want to? You get the point though, right? If you want to play a different game, you want to browse Twitter or something, but someone got mad at you in Black Ops 3 and has your IP because of it, they'll be able to completely just ruin your ability to run Twitter.com, load it up or anything like that, until they get bored of, you know, booting you offline and stuff in that area. So it's basically just the best idea for you and anyone else out there to run under this protection. Now I know what some people might be thinking, sure it's on GitHub, you know, but the GitHub's just a README and this isn't an actual open source program, so how can I trust it? Well, I do want to say that I am running it personally on my own computer right now, and while I believe you should always be, you know, like, cautious with anything you do run, I have high faith in this one not being like a Bitcoin miner, not being a malicious software or anything like that, because it was made by a ton of people in the community, and if we go over here and I actually count all the names, 4, 6, 8, 9, it was made by 9 different members of the community, and it seems to only really serve the purpose of being a community patch to improve this game overall, to keep it living for longer and have it so people don't have to worry about other malicious hackers ruining their experience when they just want to hang out with some friends and, you know, shoot the crap or whatever on some older Call of Duty games. But of course, I can't 100% vouch for anything being legitimate, you know, not a virus or anything like that, so I will say, even though I personally don't believe that there's any viruses or anything attached to the software, of course, be cautious, you know. Don't go out there just like, oh, you know, I'm not going to get a virus at all because FireMonkey said I won't, or anything like that. You always run the risk of getting a virus, but as of right now, as far as I've seen, there isn't really any virus or any Bitcoin miner or any suspicious traffic going outwards outside of the software itself. And man, to be completely honest, I'm just happy that I'm able to make this video because I had some friends who did think about buying Call of Duty Black Ops 3 again, you know, buying it on PC so they can play some of the modded maps and stuff like that, but they were worried about this exact issue, you know, people going ahead and ruining their experience and making it so their purchase was basically useless. So while Treyarch will probably never fix this game themselves because it's not really profitable for them to do that, there is still people in the community out there who are working behind the scenes on making sure that we are able to still have a safe experience. So of course, shout out to Sirius, the main developer of this patch and everything else, and I'm really glad I managed to find out about this. Hopefully other YouTubers who have the same issue try it out, and you know, some of the bigger people like Mr. TLXify or whatever figure out if it does work or doesn't work further on, since, you know, they have a bigger following and they're the ones mainly facing this, you know, like forced disconnection issue right now, and they can either, you know, guarantee it's working, you know, recommend it for other people, or they can figure out, okay, there's these issues with this still, so maybe wait off on using it. But for me personally, I've just seen upsides all around, you know, especially with the game not lagging as much. It's been a wonderful experience for me, and I still am gaining XP and everything else like that, so, you know, I'm having a fun time. But with that said, hopefully this video helped you guys figure out if Black Ops 3 is safe to play, at least on PC, or not right now. And with that said, I'll see you champs and champettes tomorrow with another YouTube video. Peace out.